We back. What up, though? What's happening, everybody? It came. It was time. Episode 9, Game of Thrones Season 6, and it did not disappoint, bro. I'm telling you. The episode, unlike many other episode 9s, started off elsewhere from our #1 major conflict. We actually saw Daenerys get down on the wise masters of Astapor and Yunkai. They came in with their ship, started laying waste to the city, and pretty much she came through and was like, listen, I'm about to take them out, man. They can't stand no chance. Tyrion devised a plan to lure the masters on the land, isolate the leaders, basically, which was super smart, while Dany and her 3 dragons, because they let the other 2 out, pretty much went ham on a few of the boats. Grey Worm caught a couple bodies. You killed 2 of the wise masters and leave 1 alive to basically take the word back, like, hey, listen, man, this is not the right idea if you're trying to come through and take anything over, man, because you know what I'm saying? We got that nuke, and that nuke is those dragons. Later on, from out on the east side, we saw that the Ironborn made it all the way out there, and they forged the alliance. And that's going to give Dany pretty much majority of the ships that she's going to need to take her army from Marine all the way back to Westeros and pretty much start going ham. They say season 7 is supposed to be shorter, but if it is, I see, man, a completely just bonkers season, man, with a lot of action. Because once Dany gets in the mix, I mean, she pretty much leaves destruction in her wake. So, you know, it's going to go down. But the bulk of our episode, of course, goes down at the impending battle between the Stark forces of Jon and Sansa, now joined up by Davos and Ramsay Bolton. This is all topped off by the fact that he kills Rickon. In my opinion, a moot point. Yeah, it was used to somewhat incense Jon and get him all angry and stuff. But, I mean, Rickon was a non-factor from jump. So, I mean, I'm not really upset by him dying. I mean, I get it. I get the emotional response, but I don't really care. Like how it always is, episode 9, huge set pieces. But, I mean, dude, they literally, I mean, so many people died in this battle, man. And it was just like, it was crazy because there was a theme throughout this whole episode of basically saying, you know, you can't be a real leader unless you're willing to die for your men. We saw that theme repeated throughout the episode, and Ramsay, we know that even though he's very capable, he's very cunning and evil, courageous is not one of his virtues. You have certain people who are evil but still have a certain type of courage. You have a cat like Jaime. The battle went down, and I mean, there was literally a mountain of bodies. And it was so many people that died that it actually created a wall of sorts that they had to fight on top of, man. It was crazy. Jon was catching body after body as usual, just moving through, slicing through everybody, you know what I'm saying? He had a triple-double at least. Tormund, he had a little lapse for a moment, but he got his stuff together, caught a few bodies himself. The action was amazing, and eventually they catch up to Ramsay. Ramsay started talking about, oh, let's fight one-on-one, let's do this, and even then, he's still shooting arrows at this dude, and Jon is just parrying them boys like it's 3/3 strike. Just, I don't even care. He catches him off guard, and I swear to God, man, Jon, he laid hands on that boy, man. He just straight, I mean, he beat him to a bloody pulp. Ultra combo, dog. He was getting ready to land that final blow, and then he sees his sister, and he's like, you had that kill. You had that kill. They tie him up, throw him all over in the cellar, and they got the dogs on him. And he up here talking about some, oh, my dogs is loyal. And there's like, but they ain't eating them, so they gonna turn on you. And that was the lesson of this whole episode, was that episode of loyalty from the leadership. You gotta feed your fam, or they will turn on you. They will eat you alive. It doesn't matter if they blood, it doesn't matter if they... Feed your fam. Feed your fam. That was pretty much the episode. It wasn't a lot of things to talk about or explain. It was just one of those episodes, like most episode 9s, where you just gotta watch it and experience it, and man, have tension and knots in your stomach about what's about to happen. And again, it was just another great, huge set piece episode to watch. Next week is the finale, and it looks like we'll be spending most of our time in King's Landing because we got to wrap up that arc for the season. And you know, maybe we'll get some other surprises, but deuces.